Just like the women's compound, you know these men more than I do. How is it shooting with Braden and Tate a little bit?
So Braden and Tate are very, very competitive. Whether it's practice, I mean, e- every time we shoot together is a competition, which is nice. That it definitely excels everybody else around them. Now, Braden and Tate are very good friends, so I know, just like Tanya and Paige, this is going to be a good, fun match. I mean, Tate's world number one, or Braden's world number one. He's, what does he have, over 60 medals in his
Yeah, I
career?
think 60. Probably, if the season wasn't canceled, that could have easily been almost 70.
Yeah, that's just an absurd number. And Tate made his international debut last year, and he, in his first event, shot off for a bronze medal.
There you go.
Um,
I mean,
So Tate doesn't have the experience of Braden, but he's definitely
competitive.
been there enough to,
Yeah. And it's pretty safe to say that to win a USAT event with the level of competition and the depth that we have here in the United States for the compound men, very similar to how it would be on a World Cup stage.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same level of standard you have to shoot on this field as you would in Berlin or Turkey or one of their other World Cups.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here and at a World Cup, if you shoot a 147, you might not make it through the next round, no matter what round you're in. But so one interesting thing to state is Braden and Tanya are actually staying at Paige and Tate's house
Ooh,
next week before the Mark 3D. So
that's interesting. But that also goes to show you how, no matter what happens on this field, there's very rarely hard feelings that stay and friendship stays.
I know they've shot against each other multiple times. Tate's a two-time U.S. Open champ, and I think both of those are against Braden.
Really?
I think so.
So this is just like Tanya and Paige. This is a match that's happened before.
Yep.
Tate qualified 5th in this event, and Braden qualified 3rd, so neither of them are the number 1 seed like you saw with Tanya, but
Right.
both of them, just like I said with the competition, might just be a couple points
Yeah.
between first and these guys, so.
Yeah, I think Braden was 2 points out of first, and
Yeah.
Tate was 2 points behind him. It was very close.
Very close shooting.
Braden's going to start us out here.
That is close on the left side. We'll
I'm
have
going to
wait
say
for a
just
judge for
off,
that.
but
Yeah. A lot of that could be the kick of the arrow, too. If the arrow's kicking in the bail, it could actually touch the line.
yeah, definitely.
Tate's just
on the
low.
10 line. So maybe he's running the same thing that Paige was running into, just those low arrows.
Yeah. A little bit of a drop sometimes just can do it.
It's a good 10 from Braden.
Braden's on the tall side. Yeah, you see Braden instantly goes and clicks it.
Yep. He knows when a good arrow's shot. And
Yeah.
he knows where it should be. That's Braden's target. All
There
right,
you go.
Tate's back up.
Bottom of the
He's
X.
in the X.
Still a little bit low, I think. We'll see if he keeps shooting low if he moves his sight too. There's an X. Yeah.
He made the right clicks.
Yeah. Braden knows exactly what he's doing. He's done this enough.
It's a good shot from Tate there.
That was, yeah, broke clean.
Now, I know Tate was telling me that the wind all week has been left to right.
Yeah.
And his pin was just naturally going to the left side of the 10 ring.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder how he's dealing with that right now, with the wind slightly going the other way.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he has sights, like in his sight, a little bit of clicks from the weekend built in, so now he's actually aiming in the middle even though there's wind going this way, or how he's seeing it. But I definitely know when there's a kind of constant wind, you want to kind of aim off of the wind, but that was really difficult this weekend because sometimes you feel a little bit of wind, but it wouldn't do anything, so you end up hitting left because you've aimed off left, and it's very frustrating.
Right, absolutely. And kind of interesting to see. Tanya and Paige are pulling arrows.
Yeah, they jump right off, throw their bow down, and run down to pull arrows for these
And
guys.
Paul's coaching again.
And Paul's coaching again. So it looks like that was a 10 from Braden on his first arrow.
Awesome.
30-30.
So Braden's going to start off again. And now these guys should be dialed in. We should be...
Yeah, this should be, with this much wind, this should be pretty much centered the whole way down.
Yep.
So if you look at Braden's release right there, that's a back tension release. A little bit different from what the girls were shooting.
Yeah. So
How does a back tension work compared to the button?
Braden and Tate are both using hinge back tension releases. So that will... It has a hinge point, and it'll release when it gets to a certain point. So basically, they just pull and pull and pull, and then it'll go off. That's the simplest way I could put it. Braden's been shooting a hinge his whole career.
Yeah.
I know Tate has, for all that I know.
Yeah. I think it's something that oh, there you go. Caught. Not prettiest shot, but if it's in, it's in.
Yep. That's all that matters.
Yeah. See if Tate can match that. Yeah,
Yep.
he does.
These guys have very different shooting styles.
They do.
Braden shoots quick, and
Yep.
Tate aims for a long time.
Yeah.
And it both works for both of them, so.
Yeah, pretty much anything can work. You just have to find what works for you.
Yeah, exactly. And Braden with a good 30 there. See if Tate can match him.
Yeah, there you go.
Great shot from Tate.
60.
Well, this is kind of how I was hoping it would turn
Yeah.
out. Braden and Tate are joking with each other on the line.
Yeah. That friendship coming through. I would not be surprised if this goes 149, 150, 149, 149, or even 150, 150.
Yeah.
It could easily be a really good match.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that. So Braden actually shot a perfect 600 this year indoors.
Yeah, so I think there's only been a couple guys in the world to do that, and now he's one of them. That's very impressive.
I think just Mike Schlosser and Stefan Hansen, so that's a pretty good group of guys to be up there
Yeah,
with.
I mean, those are Mikey, Mr. Perfect. He was the first one to do it. Stefan did it shortly after, and now Braden a couple years after Mikey did it. Shows you just how hard it is and what Braden's done. Braden also holds the outdoor world record with a 718 out of 720, so almost Mr. Perfect outdoor. Do you think
That
Mr.
would be-
Perfect outdoor will be a thing?
Maybe if we get this one next year at SoCal.
Yeah, I mean, we just need a good tournament and somebody that's on.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
So I actually just heard that Tate's rest came loose this morning during practice.
Really? That can throw you.
So he basically just tightened it up and moved it until it hit the middle again. So
That is something.
that just shows you the type of shooter he is. Though.
Yeah, he's
out
very-
here shooting perfect.
Yeah, you can come out shoot perfect after something like that. Because you'd expect that to mess up your tune, but he knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, he knows his equipment very well.
Yeah.
And these guys are just throwing down right now. 2 solid 10s.
See Braden wraps that pinky as he pulls around.
It just gives him a little bit more leverage
Yeah.
to let the release do its magic.
Again, with that personal preference, just find whatever works for you. There's so many products out there on the market that
Absolutely.
can help you hit the middle as much as you can. Tate's still holding that low side. There's a 1 high 10 and everything else in probably a quarter size group right there.
Yeah. It's kind of like Page's.
Yeah,
Good 10 from Braden. It's another 30.
yeah. See if Tate can match that.
The wind might be picking up a little bit more here.
Yeah.
I don't think enough to affect him, though.
Still low.
Still low side.
Out, and
And
then he
there-
just goes and clicks it.
There's
Yep.
the clicks.
So how much would you expect a bow of your poundage and your arrow speed to be aiming off for a wind like this?
So this wind, I would imagine that both of the guys would probably give the sight clicks rather than aim off.
Yeah.
Um,
It's 1 or 2, or
yeah,
think?
yeah, probably more like 2 or 3.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure they're shooting fairly fast as well. So it probably doesn't affect it too much. I mean, Tate could be just aiming on for all I know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they give it a couple clicks just in case the wind were to pick up when they were
yeah,
full draw.
rather hit the side that the wind's pushing. That way, that one shot where it pushes more, it still catches.
Right. You see Tate kind of hanging on. Yeah, he's hanging a little bit low, but he's also hanging a little bit on the right side of the X.
Yeah.
So that's gonna, wind picks up a little bit more. He got a little bit more cushion there.
Yeah.
90 to 90.
90. So both these guys, I'm guessing, are shooting right at that 60-pound limit.
Yeah.
And that seems to be very common for guys. How many pounds are you shooting right now?
I'm shooting 60 pounds.
Okay.
When I had my arm issues, I was shooting a little bit less,
Yeah.
but built that back up. Braden,
Oh, just off the spider.
clean shot right there.
Yeah.
You knew that one was good.
You can see that crispness. That's almost more important than anything. It's just you break in the right direction, and your tension is moving that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
Maybe you
the
gave
Tate
it
is
one
tough.
click too much. It's good X from Braden.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I do like about compound is you can see immediately if it's a good or a bad shot.
Yeah.
Just by their body language.
Yeah. Ooh, dropped it low.
Just out of the 10 ring. Well, that looked like a good shot from Tate, but just a
Yeah.
little bit low. Good X there.
Good X.
I don't think he liked that one too much.
No, I
but-
think my guess is he was probably on that left side, and then with the wind going this way,
Yep.
you don't want to be a left 10 with the wind moving that direction, so you just threw it in a little bit.
And Tate's back in that low right
It's
hole.
still back in that low hole, but it's in the 10 ring, so that's all that matters.
119 to 120. Wish I was keeping track of X's. We could see how close Braden was to a world record here.
Yeah, definitely close. What is that for the compound
I
men?
believe it's 12.
12.
Real wild.
I know some of the Koreans have had some pretty stout X count 150s, so
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was beaten by some of them or if that's...
No, Braden is a very strong competitor. He has
Yeah.
been for many, many years.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to give up 1 point, but you never know.
Yeah, he's been in this position before, so it's not something strange for him.
Absolutely.
Tate receiving first on target number 2. And the fifth and final end.
And I mean, if you lose with a 149, it's
Yeah, you didn't shoot bad. The
Yeah.
other person won it.
you did great.
Yeah.
So Tate will start first here for the first time in the match.
So I mentioned the Koreans a little bit. In my division, the recurve division, they're dominant. How is that coming up in your guys' division?
So, we saw a Korean actually take third at World Championships this year.
Yeah.
So, they're definitely shooting. I mean, I'm still kind of new to this sport, but
10. So actually looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 now that are outside of the X off the eye. So
okay.
I think you would have had to clean it to tie the world record. So
That would have been pretty cool to see.
yeah,
9 points.
probably
And
just broke right there. He didn't like where that broke.
There's a 10 from Braden. I don't think he's going to shoot an 8 here.
No.
but hopefully Tate can finish on a strong arrow. 148 is still a great score. 147.
147. Just had that little left to right, so maybe
Yep.
the wind caught him a little bit. But you see the height's still pretty even to that. And Braden shoots a tall 9, and that's all he needed.
Yep.
I think he saw that he didn't really need to put too much pressure to pound an X and accidentally mess up. So he just kind of put it in the middle and let it go.
That's when you just put it in the middle and make a clean shot. And
Yeah.
if you miss, you miss, but you should still win it.
Yeah, it can't be that far off.
So that was some great shooting from the guys there.
Yeah, 149, 147. That's, like we were talking, the international scores easily.
What did Tanny shoot?
I believe Tanya shot a 149.
Ooh. What did Paige shoot? 140.
144?
Okay.
No, 145, I think. Or 146. In that range.
So I think next time we're doing this, we should have Braden and Tanya shoot mixed team against Tate and Paige.
Ooh, that'd be a fun. I don't know how many people know this at home, but Braden and Tanya are dating, and then same with Tate and Paige.
Yes. So this was the battle of the couples here today.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like... Oh, hi, Mom, there. So it looks like Braden and Tanya both coming home to victory.
Yep. Then they've been shooting good all week.
Yeah. And they've been actually shooting good all last 2 weeks, coming off of the NFA event and everything. So
Yeah, what is this? Their third couples win in the past 2 weeks? Second, third, something like
second
that.
and third, yeah, they're definitely a power couple. But I think they can also bounce off each other. Training that way and really pushing each other really helps.
Absolutely, yeah.